Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to Tuesday Night with Hilly, and we are ready for WAOF1 full qualifying 50% race around. Oh Canada, do 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 do. I don't know the rest of the words, so we'll just stick with that. Okay, I'm going to invite Toby in for a quick chat. So, Toby, here comes your invite. I'm trying to get used to getting started a little bit earlier so I can start having a chat with some of the drivers beforehand in races. So we're going to get Toby in. He volunteered to do tonight. So we'll be nice and easy on him. Toby, we'll be nice and easy on you. I promise. Please join. Here he comes. So here he is. Hello. I just realised I need to include the audio on my end so that you can do it on your end. So here we go. There we go. I've done it my end. Excellent. Good man. Well, hello. How are you doing?
I'm not too bad. How are you doing?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Happy to be here on a Tuesday night, ready to
Yeah,
see you guys race around the
Crash.
worst track in the world, as far as I'm concerned. Um, right. Okay. Right. Well, look, I invited you in. We're gonna have a quick chat. I'm not. Don't worry. There's no quiz or anything like that. I'm not being that mean this year. So it's just a chat to enable myself and the rest of the server and the people that watch a chance to get get to know each of the drivers a little bit, basically.
Yeah.
So the first thing I'm going to ask you, which will probably be the first question I ask everybody, is when did you get into Formula One? And I mean the sport, not
Uh,
the game, the sport.
Probably at the start of 2018, at the start of the season.
Okay. So 2018, who was champion that year? Lewis.
Hamilton.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lewis.
Okay. And so, what was the first F1 game that you played then?
Probably the same year, 2018.
Really? So you were really quick
Yeah,
into it and got hooked
yeah.
quite quickly. That's cool. Um, yeah. I won't tell you the years for me. You weren't even born when I started. Right. Okay. Um, and I understand you're 17. Is that right?
Yeah, yeah. As of
Yeah.
3 weeks ago.
That's it. Yeah, I knew it was recent. So, yeah. So
Yeah,
you're still a pup, but
yeah.
yeah. Well, that's good. In terms of F1 for the game, I mean, if you started in 2018, so it's a few years ago now. In all fairness, you've been doing it sort of 5 years almost. So,
Yeah.
and you've clearly, I think everybody watching will know that you tend to be somewhere at the front of the grid, unless something happens to you, sort of thing, during the
Which is often.
races. But yeah, more often than you'd like, certainly.
Yeah.
But otherwise, you're normally somewhere at the top. So, how long, or not how long, because we know how long, but how did you get to be that sort of level? Is it just practice, or did you
I
do
th
sort of
I think
research on how to get better?
it wasn't. I think it's just a case of like I've played it for so long, and then obviously I always like to put the AI level really high, like
Yeah,
100 or more, so that like racing against such high AI for 5 years is like probably that's what's probably got me quicker. And
yeah,
obviously since I started league racing, I've been doing more like practice on my own, like time trial and things like that.
yeah. Fair enough. Yeah. So, I have to say I did a similar thing. So when I first sort of started sort of more modernly, not on the really old games, but
Yeah,
the more modern games, and started doing league racing, I did the same thing. I shoved the AI up that I was playing against, and that seems to make the world a difference. So, um, yeah, and it's a good thing to do. Start off by playing against the AI because in career mode or whatever, because you learn. Yeah, I would say so. People say about the AI being a bit aggressive or turning into you and stuff
yeah,
like that, but that's normally because you're not doing it right. So,
yeah.
um, so yeah, it's a good way of learning the sort of the on track sort of what you're expected to do. But away from F1, then I want to know a couple of simple things about you. So first of all, what's your favourite colour?
Probably blue. I've always been a blue kind of guy.
A blue guy. Okay. Um,
Yeah.
did you like the band Blue
The what?
logo? The band Blue. Did you like them?
I can't say I've heard of them to be
Oh my
honest.
god. Oh, I now feel about 80. Um, okay. Right, fair enough. Um, right, what's your favourite animal?
Probably dogs or bears.
Dogs or bears? Both furry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got two dogs. I've got two dogs of my own, so I'm a bit biased.
I think you'd like me because I'm quite furry. So yeah, I think you'd like
Yeah,
me.
as I've seen in the Discord.
Hey, it's um, it's a family Discord, guys. Okay, just to make that clear. Um,
Yeah, that's
right.
what he wants you to think.
um, okay, and in terms of tonight, um, what's your expectations for Canada?
Uh, I'll be happy with the top five. I mean, last week both my races weren't that good, so I'd like to at least bounce back and get a good result.
Yeah,
But
so it's about to finish board
Wales,
today. Get a decent result and
yeah,
take it, sort of thing.
yeah, but Wales looking really quick actually. He was about a tenth or two quicker than me in the practice session. And I couldn't beat him.
Wow. Okay, so yeah, he got
Yeah,
his new pad yesterday, so he's now using the same pad
yeah,
as
yeah,
me, and Gunnar. So yeah, and I definitely have seen the difference since I got it. So yeah, it
yeah.
doesn't take long to get used to as well, as you can see, because he only got it yesterday. But yeah, that's good. That's good to hear.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, so basically finish the race. Top five would be great, but
Yeah,
I'm guessing avoid problems and incidents and stuff like that this
yeah.
week,
If I
because you
can
need
get
to.
penalty free as well, I think being penalty free would be better than getting the win around here.
That yeah, it's so hard around here, so hard
Yeah,
around Canada to be penalty free. So yeah, because there are. I'm going to be honest. The game does let itself down on some of the tracks with the track limits, and this is one of them.
yeah, definitely.
Where it gives you track limit warnings when all you've done is stick one of your wheels off on the curb, not even like off the track on the curb. So
Yeah, and then
yeah,
there'll be other times where you're basically fully out the track and you don't get anything.
yeah, that's it. So yeah, hopefully moving forward on versions of the game it'll get a bit better. But
Yeah.
okay, right. So what I really want to know, and this is the biggest question of them all, okay, is if you could be a fruit, what fruit would you be and why?
Oh, uh, I'll probably be an apple. I really like apples.
You really like apples, so are you saying that you want to eat
Yeah,
yourself?
yeah, yeah, pretty
That
much.
come out wrong. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Um,
Yeah.
you know. Um, okay, fair enough. What time are we? We are 59. So, um, I think more important question is just turned over to 8 o'clock, so they're going to start readying up any minute now. So, one thing I do want to ask, and this is a question I want to ask everybody when I speak to them, really, is um, what do you like about WAOF1?
Uh, I think what I like the most is the standards. The standards, like apart from like the odd few reserves that race, the standards for like the main drivers is really good. It's better than any other leagues that I've raced in.
Okay,
So
so
that's
the
probably
driving
why.
standards. Okay,
Yeah,
just
driving
for
standards,
other
and then
drivers moving forward, when you join me, one of the options is to say, "Hilly, it's you, Hilly. I like you." So
yeah,
yeah,
I was getting to that. I was getting to that.
okay, all right then.
Yeah, like
Actually, I'm not a
like even
steward anymore.
you
You
and the
want to go
rest
with the
of them.
stewards, name them. So I really like such and such. But yeah, so cool. Okay, is there anything that you think Lee could do better?
Uh,
I know this is putting you on the
I,
spot a little bit, but
well, not that I've maybe be a bit more like not lenient. Like I don't know what the word is. Like a bit more selective of like who reserves, because usually like you'll have a reserve and they'll just be at the back for the whole race, which kind of like if they're your teammate and you're trying to get points, it's not really fair. But it'd be like if they could like sort of select
yeah.
reserves who they know are going to be decent.
Yeah, I think the problem there lies the people that reserve are the people that say they want to reserve. It's
Yeah.
we haven't got a massive pool of reserves that we can just sort of ask. It's a case
Yeah.
of whoever puts their hand up really. Um,
Mhm.
so yeah, but I understand what you mean though. but quite often or not, the way we actually do try and do it is whichever team's lowest in the championship, we try and give the best, or what we regard to be the best reserve to help them.
Yeah,
You see, but yeah, I mean, we try and do, it's not always possible, but we do try and do that
yeah.
because you get really late pullouts and stuff like that sometimes. So it's not always possible. But anyway, I'm going to say thank you very much for joining me, mate. Great to have
Oh,
a
no
little chat
worries.
to you and get to know you a little bit
Yeah.
better. No doubt later in the season, the other admins will gang up on me and want to do a little chat with me themselves.
Yeah.
So they would normally ask what you want Hilly to be asked in his interview. So please put whatever you want in there, and we'll have a laugh
Oh,
about
I
it.
will. I will.
So,
Don't worry.
all right, then, mate. Well, let off you go. Good luck tonight, and
Cheers, mate. See you later.
we'll hopefully speak to you at the end.
Hopefully, yeah.
All right, mate. Thank you. Right, there we go, guys. That was Toby. Thank you very much, Toby, for joining and having a quick chat with us. And I managed to keep you on time today. That's incredible for me. Really pleased with myself. I'm not too sure why we're not readied up yet at 3 minutes past. We've only got 18 drivers now. Los Sonos has just got in. I don't know why Gunnar hasn't selected his car. Gunnar, select your car. There, that's better. Red Bull. There we go. I will say, I know that the admins, Whale and the Tuesday admins, so it's really hard today to try and get this grid full for everyone, but such is the case that even once they did get it full, we still got another couple of people said he couldn't make it, so or another one or two, I'm not sure how many exactly, but no, massive shout out to the admins because they do a hell of a job. I know I am an admin, I'm not giving myself a shout out here, I'm just saying that they all do their jobs really well, and so do the stewards as well. Even if you don't always agree with their decisions, they get it done as quick as they can, and they work together and try and come to what they consider to be the fairest decisions for the drivers. So there we have it. But anyway, guys, we are now counting down to the start of qualifying. I do have news. So one of the guys that couldn't make it again this week is Carsey. So we are missing Mr. Dominance, as I'm going to start calling him. Dominance Carsey. That's a good ring to it, doesn't it? Dominance Carsey. But the good news, he's having to do some sort of esports race, or world race or something. I don't really know what he's talking about, but he tells me these things. I don't know what it's all about, but there we go. But the good news is that once that's finished, if it's finished in time, he's going to come and join me in the comms box. So hopefully, I think he's already done qualifying, but they've got a sprint race and a 50% race after. So it will probably be at some point sort of halfway through the race or something like that. But he will join when he can, is what he said. Might depend how upset he is after the race, I guess. But there we go. So into Canada. What do we know about Canada? What don't we know about Canada? Well, what we do know is already mentioned in the little chat there with Toby. It's extremely easy to pick up penalties around here, so that's something to watch out for in the race, and in qualifying, because it's very easy to invalidate your lap. So it definitely is a track. It is very much preferable. Your first run is actually very important around here because you really need to get a time on the board. Now, it doesn't have to be the most competitive time immediately. As long as you get something on the board as a sort of banker lap. As I just noticed Dark Mark get kicked, I think, so just going to invite him back. There we go, as we get our first driver out on track, which is Los Sonos. So, Los Sonos, just in case you're watching, as you're first out on track, I'll do a hot lap with you. So if you can hear me, just quickly pause and turn me down, so that I don't put you off. But I don't like putting drivers off. I find it hilarious actually when they moan about it afterwards, but I don't like doing it. I do feel mean about it. So we will be doing a prediction today as well. So that's good news. We've got the predictions back, and I think I need to turn my volume down. Right, so just snooze that ad a second. It's got an ad coming up in 1 minute, so just going to snooze that for 5 minutes so that we can do the hilly hot lap. So here we come down. So you're basically looking at starting your lap here, the RS Open. You want a good exit to take as much speed over the start-finish line as you can. Down into turn 1, late braking, late turning. You've got to be careful not to invalidate taking too much curb. And turn 2 really seems to go on forever when you're taking it, and very difficult to get the power down. Must be careful on the throttle. Really quite blind into the right-left chicane. So again, very easy to invalidate there. Then this sort of right that takes us into the left-right chicane. Very strange chicanes. It's sort of almost like you're braking for a really tight corner, and then the track opens up again for the right-hander. But again, a little bit awkward getting on the power around there, so just be a little bit careful on your throttle. The RS Open again down to our next chicane, right-left. 4 chicanes in total around Canada. Important to get a good exit out of there to lead all the way down to the hairpin, which will take us on to the long straight. So heavy braking again. Quite a late turning you want to sort of take into the hairpin and open up the steering, get on the power. DRS opens here, and really just about pure straight line pace all the way down to the final chicane, which is the one which sees the Wall of Champions on the outside. Unfortunately for Los Owners, he's just invalidated on the final corner there and backs out, but it was good enough for a really hot lap. We've seen enough there. So, can you get anybody else? What about this? That's an out lap. Ferrari, that's an out lap. There's Mirage on a hot lap. There's I think an Alpine, is it, ahead of us? But, that might be well, it's either Toby or Mr. Insomniac who's on an out lap, so let's stick with Mirage for now. Alpine's heading for the line. It looks like it was Mr. No, I think it was Toby, but I think he must have been validated because he's not set a time. Here comes Mirage then to get the first lap on the board, 1:11.7. I'd be massively shocked to see the pole time in the high 109s today. Certainly 110, low 110s, but high 109s wouldn't surprise me. 1:11.4 from Corey goes fastest for the moment. James is invalidated early in his lap. And one of these guys that's coming down, Lysonis on his second attempt, is invalidated again actually, so back to the pits for him. Place of Defiance heading down the straight. Fabi Cassi, a debutant tonight, 1:11.1. Currently fastest. Hayden Elite, 1:11.6. Movement didn't get a proper time on the board on the medians. Here comes Fatal Defiance for the line. It's a 1:12.9. Puts you in P6 for the moment. As Mamo goes fastest, 1:11.0 on the medium tyre. Interestingly, it's a decent lap. Here's Toby on his second attempt. It's a 1:10.4. It's very quick, very early. Toby on a second attempt as well. Mr. Insomniac's invalidated. What about another debutant tonight, Guy Ratke? Let's see how he gets on. So to the line now, 1:11.9 puts her up into P7. Nice start. Guy Ratke. Well, I know, I think Ozers is onto the straight now. 42.4 through the second sector. This guy picks up the DRS. It's final. Right left chicane. It is better this year, this chicane. You can really attack it a lot more this year without invalidating so easily. And it's a 1:11.3 from Ozers. That's a decent start for Ozers. Airplane 8 goes into P4 for the moment. Mr. Whale just going to the line now. Slightly faster through sector 2 than Ozers. And it's a 1:10.9. Second driver into the 1:10s. Moon, is he having another go? He improved that time slightly last time round, but it's still a very poor time, so clearly still hasn't got a proper clear run in yet. break coming up. This time I won't snooze it this time because you're going to get 3 snoozes per stream. Hey Payella, I hope you're well, mate. Oh, by the way, I got to watch the stream you did last night for us, and I thought you did really well, mate. Absolutely brilliant for the first time. Almost all the action. If I was to say one thing, one tiny thing, mate, the only thing you would need to do is just turn the game volume down, because it's a bit difficult to hear you sometimes. It's when it goes 1.11.4 into P7. But yeah, that was the only thing, and all you do is go into the settings, audio options, and I usually turn the master volume down to 4. Which seems to work. But yeah, otherwise it's absolutely fantastic, mate, so well done. Right, Mark into the pits. Gunnar out on the medians for his first run. When Carson's not on the grid, I love Carson a bit, but when he's not on the grid, it just feels like it opens up a bit and gives everybody else that much bigger opportunity to do something. And so you've still got Toby, he's super fast as well. Seems to be around Carson's sort of pace these days. So, yeah, it just opens up the opportunities for people to pick up podiums and stuff. Maybe wouldn't normally. So 1.11.4 from Gunnar goes P6. Only 2 thousandths ahead of his teammate, although on the medium tyre. So he'll be back out. I'm not sure why he's going back out, but he's back out. Hard, as always, to know what the cut-off's likely to be. I would say at the moment we're looking at a low 112 for Q1. Oh yeah, honestly, mate, I thought you really did do well, mate. So, honest, if you thought it was a lot harder, you made it look easy enough. So, honestly, you were superb. Absolutely loved it. I didn't enjoy the race too much, obviously, because of getting spun round quite late on. Not getting spun round, and nobody did it to me. I did it to myself, really. A bit late on the brakes and just caught his car on the outside of me, spun me round, dropped me to the back. So, Mr. Insomniac then. No time on the board just yet. So, but yeah, if you're ever up for doing a bit Payella, just let me know. And you can, well, you're welcome to still stream like an HRF1 or whatever, or if you'd like to sort of join me as a co-com sometimes, you can do that. Always welcome. Insomniac into the pits then. James, is he having any luck this time? Nope, it's invalidated again. I think he hates this track as much as I do. And Ozers, look at the confidence. Ozers absolutely full of confidence with tyres out. He's done enough in the one run. So does well. I agree with both of them, they probably have. This is James' latest attempt then. Corey with tyres out as well. And he's only a sort of just under 2 tenths behind Ozers. I think he'll be fine. There's a slight risk, of course, when you do opt to retire. Somebody just jump up then. I think Mirage just jumps up to P4 on a 111.0. Yeah, it's always a slight risk if you do opt to retire early to save your tyres from Q1 or Q2 or whatever, you know. It's always a slight risk that somebody might, or a few drivers might nip ahead of you and do times that you weren't expecting. Comes round the hairpin then. We've done a couple of actual runs on these tyres, so is he going to take this to line? It's looked okay for that. He's going for the final corner. Nice from chicane actually. Going on the power okay. DRS open. That's a 111.0. Puts him into P3. That's faster than Mamo on the medium tyres. That's an impressive lap from James. That suggests he can go well into the 110s on the softs. What else have we got? Mark's just set his time. So the tyres out now. 1:11.5 from Dartmark. Down F. Lewis not on the lap. Wasn't F. Lewis again. F. Lewis not on a lap. Sonos he's done a 1:12.3 so far. He's slightly down and sets. Oh, validated actually, so I hadn't realised that. Russian Destroy also invalidated. F. Lewis isn't on a lap. Mark's invalidated. I think everybody's invalidated that might potentially be on laps. Moomin's jumped up to P2 now. Third driver into the 110s with a 1:10.8. So let's have a look. Is Russian Destroy then? We've not had a chance to see him properly yet on the lap, so he's just started one now. Oh, that's going to invalidate. So it's an annoying, difficult corner. Don't know what camera view Russian Destroy uses. Personally, use the cockpit cam. So if you're in the cockpit cam, it's absolutely, completely blind. You can't see it at all. Just have to trust your judgment that you're moving in at the right time. And it can make you very hesitant for the corner. In turn, can lose you a lot of time. If you're one of the quick drivers, of course, you can afford to be a little bit hesitant in Q1. It's as you go through the sessions, you have to get more attacking. Fatal, just over 3.5 temps up through sector 2. Seems to take the chicane quite nicely. DRS open. Onto the pit straight, keeps the car really nice and right, and improves by half a second. Onto a 1:12.3, stays in P16, but just misses out on Larsonos, who's on an outlap currently. This guy Ratke, no, he's 4.6 down in sector 1, so I think he's on an in-lap. Destroy. I was going to say sticking with these medium tyres, but he really came off the power very early for that corner, so I don't think he's on a proper lap at all. I'll stick with him, but I'm expecting him to peel into the pits, stick a set of softs on and get straight back out. There he goes, and so Lysonos next starter lap by Ratke. I think he might be doing the same. I think he's heading to the pits. Let's go to Lysonos. He's just crossed the line. Oh no! He's invalidated this lap and next lap out the final corner. So this lap will not count. Plenty of time to get back round again. Just needs to switch the energy off, which I think he's done. Definitely done. And still get a chance. Actually enough time for him to complete this one and still complete another one and go again if he has to. As long as he's got enough fuel in the car to do so, he can still do that. So who else do we have? Guy is invalidated. So I think we're back to another outlap of Fabicassi, but very early in the lap at the moment. It's Fatal retires and decides to stick with what he's got. I know I've said in streams before, there's everything to be said from starting from the back sometimes. It's almost, I can't say it guarantees, but it's as close to guaranteeing that you don't get caught up in the sort of melee of turn 1 as you can really hope for, apart from being pole, of course. That's obviously pole position is the best position for that, but if you can't get pole, starting at there's definitely something to be said for starting at the back. Not sure what Fabicas is doing there. That would be I was going to say that's you can't do that because that's going to invalidate your next lap as well. So, but even if it didn't, he would receive a penalty for that. But there we go. I will say the three guys, Fabi Cassi, sorry, four guys, Guy Rapka and Los Sonos, and I think Rush and Destroy, I think are absolutely brand new to the server today. So there is a chance they may not know all of the server rules. I hope they've had, given it time to be able to read them. So here's Los Sonos, who's going to have a second up. Final corner, really make sure he doesn't invalidate through there, and it's a 112.1, improves for 2 tenths in the end. And I think just being ultra careful not to invalidate just cost him a few tenths on his lap there, but he does go P14. Only one more driver that we're going to lose in this session. Fate of the Finance and Mr. Insomniac are definitely both out, so one more we're going to lose. Rush and Destroy at the moment is sitting in P17. He needs obviously to get this lap on the board to give himself a chance. So Moomin leaves the session. Is that Moomin or Mamo that just come up? I think it was Moomin. See if we can get back in. Here he comes then, Rush and Destroy. So 112.5, he stays, he gets the time on the board. Perhaps he was having to drive a little bit steady, and as a result, stays P17. That does mean that Los Sonos, it doesn't improve there, but it didn't matter. He is through, as is Guy Ratke as well. And Heck Lewis threw very nicely in P9, I have to say. Cassie's still out there, but validated the current run. So just waiting for Fabi Cassie to complete the lap or come into the pits, whichever he does. And we will be heading into Q2. Unlucky to Fate of Defiance, Rush and Destroy, and Mr. Insomniac that we lose at the start of, at the end of Q1. See around that sort of Q15, it was tight around there. Sonos, Fatal, certainly very close, and Rush and Destroy not that far back. So, and I'm sure if Mr. Insomniac managed to get us on board, he would have been somewhere up there. But there we go. So just wait for Fabi Cassie's car to be pushed back into the pits. And then we'll move on. So Toby through as fastest with the 110.4. Moomin second, 110.8. And Whale third with 110.9. The only three drivers in the 110s, but you have to say that the two Ferraris, James and Well, who set their times on the medium, both were 11.0s, pretty impressive. And really suggests that they can go deep into the 110s with soft tyres. So, don't know if a 110 is going to be good enough for pole tonight. I think Toby may well hit a high 109. But we'll see, because of course, as I said, it's very easy to invalidate around here. So, although he might have that pace in him, if he's pushing, there's every chance of an invalidation to stop it going through. So just scroll to the bottom of the instance just in case. So there we go. Right, first race where I'm going to be doing the predictions again. So while we're just waiting for the drivers to get out in Q2, I will set up a prediction, and as it's the first race where I'm going to be doing one again, I think it's only right that we do the league owner. So let's do Whale. So here we go. Will Whale finish the race with in the top 6. I was going to say 5, but I thought 6 might be, just gives me that extra little bit of leeway. Simple yes or no. And I will give the full 30 minutes it can allot, simply because we've still got Q2 and Q3 to go. Always back to Wales, says Paella, definitely. Even if Hilly could get another invite. Yeah, you're not Xbox, are you? So let me just go into my invites thing. Go. Sorry, Mirage, I didn't see you get kicked, to be honest, otherwise I'd have just done it. But I can't do it if you're not showing up, though. And you're not showing up, buddy. You're not showing us online. Nah, Mirage, you're not showing online, mate. So go to the offlines. No, you're not on there because it stops. It cuts off.
You like it? I thought you'd like it.
Let me come out and try again. Where are you, Mirage? There you are. Yeah, your PlayStation. Right, let me try again.
Go.
No, again. Oh, there you are. I've got you. You've shown up now. Invite sent, mate. There we go. Right, who's out first? Anybody got a clue? Fabi Cassie's on a lap. That marks a bit further around. Sonos actually, I think, is furthest round. So let's go to him. Just comes out of the hairpin. No worries, Mirage. I'll see if I spot it. It happens to you again tonight, mate, and I'll do it automatically. But if I do miss it, just give me another shout. Sonos then 111.9. That's much better from Love Sonos. So it starts a Q2 for him. Here comes Ozers. His first run of the session, 111.298. These guys is Hayden and Lee going through the final chicane. Gets a little bit wobbly on the exit, but keeps it going. Fabi Cassie at 110.9, so Fabi Cassie into the 110s. Much better from Fabi Cassie. He's shown what he can do there. Toby blitzes it with a 110.1, almost expected really. Moomin 111.0 goes into P3. One of the Ferraris here, Mamo. Somebody else just jumped up. Guy Ratco 111.4. Mamo 110.4, showing that we may just about have the pace to give Toby a run for his money. James out the final chicane in the other Ferrari. 110.4 as well. Wow, these Ferrari boys are close. I can't be quiet, Dad. I can't take it. F. Lewis. Oh my word, gets really out of shape out the final corner. Saves it really nicely. Will have obviously hurt his time. It's a 112.6. Mirage and Gunnar both on outlaps. Who's further around? Mirage is, so we'll stick with Mirage. So Just out the hairpin. Let's go on board. We'll do another lap here with Mirage. Here he goes, picks up the DRS. And you do start your lap sort of going through that chicane, trying to get a good exit, but it's not the end of the world if you don't. You don't lose much time. It's a short run down to turn 1. So if you don't have the best exit, it's not a huge problem, to be honest with you. Sweet. Oh, just gets out of shape. Coming out the right-left chicane, blind right-left chicane. Just about to say, he's one of the drivers I really like watching. I love his driving style. So calm, collected, and I like watching it. Whether he's going to complete this lap, but just look at he seems to still be burning the energy. So, I mean, if it's the used tyres from Q1, then I would say you probably may as well complete the lap, because really the idea of using the same tyres as Q1 is to just get yourself a delta on the board. Doesn't really matter what that delta is, just in case of getting something there. So here he comes. It's going to be a 112.8 then, 0.899. Gunnar just going down the back straight now. Again, it's back straight. Like so many of the tracks, it's such a high downforce track this, and then they stick a massively long back straight, which just completely alters the way you set up. You cannot go really high downforce because you will get slaughtered on the straight. So it tends to be in the middle somewhere. It's not a high downforce track at all. It tends to be around at either side of 30 really. I would say. Unless you're me or a Sniper Monkey that runs much lower, but that's because we're idiots. Gunnar 110.6 on his lap in a way, goes into P4. I think the guys in the 110s are, I was going to say they're going to be safe, but 110.9 well at the moment is P6. Only the top 10 going through, so it's not, I can't say it's a guarantee. Hayden has invalidated, so let's switch our attention to Corey. That's a smack on the wall coming out the right-left chicane, and he's backed off. I thought he was going to get away with it. I thought it was going to be okay, not losing too much, but has backed off. Who we got on outlaps then? Moomin. Rapka. He is heading for the line now to start a hot lap. Already on a 111.4 in P9. Looking at the drivers though below him, and this could be an extremely close Q2. Definitely think the actual cut off the 110.5 from Corey is going to improve somewhat before the end of this session. So like first sector from Guy. Almost a 10.5 up. Decent through the left-right. And decent again through the right-left. He's got on the power nice and early. I think he must have improved again from sector 2, surely. No, he's actually lost a tiny little bit. 200ths. Oh, and he's round a little bit. He's had a half spin going into the hairpin. I think there's a little bit of a lock-up. And that will have killed the lap, I'm afraid, because that will have lost him a lot of time. So let's move on. Hayden Elite is over 3/4 of a second up through sector 2. This puts him on a pretty much a par with Guy Rapke. And a 111.1 in the end. Manages to actually catch and move ahead of Ozers, who drops to P9 now. Somebody else just changed further up as well. Moomin has gone up to 110.5 and into P4. There's Toby. Oh, Toby's crashed! Toby has crashed out of the session and will take no further part in qualifying. Oh, he's going to be kicking himself because he really didn't need to be out on track. 1:10.1 was easily good enough. Not need to be out on track. So Sonos slows right down on the straight to let the Aston Martin through, which is well. He's only on an outlap well. So won't have been too concerned, but Sonos just needs to be a bit careful doing that because he was actually on the racing line. It's not the worst thing in the world on a straight, to be honest, but it's enough to manoeuvre around. There's a little thing for you guys. I wonder how many people actually knew this and who didn't, but in a race, a blue flagged car, so a car who is being lapped, does not have to move out of the way of the driver that's lapping them. It's a misconception that they actually have to move out of the way. They have to allow them pass, they have to slow down and allow them to pass, but they don't actually have to move out of their way. They can keep the racing line if they so wish. The whole actually moving out the way is more of a gentleman's agreement between the drivers. There's no actual rule that says they have to move. As we've just seen Toby's wheel still tyre still on the track. Well, jumps up to P3 on a 1:10.5, but this pole position has just completely opened up with the retirement of Toby. Now, it does, I would imagine, it's almost certainly going to mean that we're going to lose 6 drivers this session. As Toby on a 1:10.1, I imagine that's never going to be outside the top 10, so... well, don't bother with braking for the pits. I actually can't say this enough. I don't understand why people do that in qualifying. I know it doesn't matter. You're not going to get penalised for that, but I want as much practice as I can of hitting the pit entry, hitting the braking for the pit entry, especially here. Anybody that uses line around, the racing line around this track will know what I mean. You can't see the brake point for the pit entry here because it's covered up by the racing line for the final corner, so you cannot see it. It's weird, and so that's just enough. Use it. Use the practice. Take the opportunity to practice it. It might just gain you a few attempts in the race, or it might just stop you from gaining a 5-second penalty, which is more to the point, really. Let's go down to Corey. Sorry, I'm talking rubbish while Corey's doing a hot lap here. Quarter of a second up through sector 2. So far, the predictions solely in favour of Wales achieving the target of top 6. Corey then nice through the final chicane, and it's a 1:10.9 from Corey. Goes P7. That's a good lap, Corey. Well done, mate. Very nice lap indeed. So if Toby hadn't retired, that would be P8. Would all be, so the top 8 would all be in the 110s now. As Guy Ratke has been disqualified from the session for driving the wrong way. That's never a good thing to do, Guy Ratke. That will get you retired. Or disqualified. Can't see where he is. That'll do it. Hayden just to find 2,000. That's all he needed, but he's gone into 110.9 as well, up to P8. And he's just heading down the back straight. The dark mark, unfortunately, is invalidated. Just didn't need to invalidate, and he hasn't. And he's flying. He's going to jump up the order here to P6. And that knocks Mirage out as it stands. But Mirage... Oh no, Mirage is not on a hot lap. Mirage is not on a hot lap. So we are going to... Surprisingly, we are going to lose Mirage from Q2, which is not a usual occurrence. But fair play to the drivers who have got through, because all... Well, it's 9 drivers going through. Obviously, Toby crashed out, so we'll take no further part. But even if he hadn't, it would have been the whole of the top 10 in the 110s, which is superb. Very well done, guys. And we will head to a pole position shootout with 9 drivers. So, congratulations, or well done to Mamo, who's through as fastest. And James P2, Ferrari's dominant after Toby's retirement. Whale P3, Moomin 4, Gunnar 5, Oza 6. Fabio Cassi on debut through to Q3 on the first attempt. Corey P8, fantastic Corey, well done mate. Hayden Elite as well, well done Hayden. Through in P9. And say, unfortunately we will be losing Toby. He will be absolutely kicking himself for going back out on track. He had absolutely no reason to go back out, having done a 110.1. He was through, but opted to go back out on track, and I believe lost it through the final corner. And has presumably crashed out on the Wall of Champions. Quick glimpse of the instance there. Just before the screen changed, so... Technically, if the stewards were to need them, they could pause it on that and see them. But, sure they won't need them. So, what is going on? Excuse me, guys. Okay, we head into Q3. So, standard in Q3 is that each driver generally gets 2 runs, unless they only want 1. Any reason really they'd only do 1 is if they're saving a set of tyres for the race. But even then, personally, if it's me, I'd just go out on an old set of tyres that you've used in the previous session. Get a delt on the board and then do your final run with your best tyres. So, Newman Ryder is out first. He does have a Hayden close to the back of him at the moment. Hayden won't want to be that close and actually starting a lap, of course, because he don't want the dirty air off the car head. But is he actually overtaking? He was looking to. So, yeah, he's backed off now. Well, backed off a bit. Now moving the space. Just go on. He's going to hold back. And, sometimes you get that because people do drive their out laps differently. It's not so, you know, not everybody does the same thing. Some people drive extremely slow out laps, revving out their rev counter in like 3rd gear while pressing the brakes slightly to heat the tyres. Other drivers like to drive a little bit faster and actually swerve the car. The idea being that wears your tyres slightly, whereas using the rev counter doesn't. Does, however, heat your engine, which is not ideal. You want your engine as cool as possible. So, both things make very little difference, if I'm quite honest with you. And then decent so far into the left-right here. So really difficult on traction coming out of that corner. As you can see, came out of it in 4th, which is probably the ideal gear. take it in third, you can get a bit wobbly, whereas if you take it in fifth, you don't get the acceleration speed. So fourth probably the optimum gear for coming out there. Newman just heading down the straight to the final chicane. Didn't invalidate. I thought for a second he might have invalidated, but he hasn't. He'll be on the board, and it's 1:10.5. It's a decent lap to get it started. Hayden 1:11.0 just behind him. Red Bull heading for the line. This is Gunnar. Looks like a good lap. Yeah, 1:10.4 from Gunnar. He's always there or thereabouts. Is Gunnar. Mamo for the line. 1:10.0. Very nice. Here is Corey. 1:10.8. Ozers. And carry on the 1:10s. Yes, he can. 1:10.9. Whale just behind him. 1:10.5. James is driving slowly down the straight, not gearing up to start another run. Yes, he is. Let's stick with him. The other driver on track is Fabi Cassi. I hope I'm saying that right, by the way. But Fabi, in a way, who is just coming across the line to start a lap as well. He's only on an out lap. James. So Ferrari have been brilliant so far tonight. It's been very, very tight between them so far in each session. Can James continue that trend by getting into a 1:10.0 as well? Nice through the hairpin. Fabi through the hairpin and slightly wide for Fabi. He would have to edge off the throttle, it sounded like. And then makes it lovely through the final chicane. Stays to the right, heads to the line, 1:10.4. Well, doesn't match the 1:10.0 with his teammate, but he does go P2. 1:10.6 for Fabi. This is tight, guys. It's brilliant. No doubt at all that Toby would have probably be in the well, almost certainly be in the 109s in Q3. But no offense to Toby, but him crashing in Q2 has opened his qualifying up, and this is brilliant. If you take Mamo out of the mix, because he's just over 3/10 ahead of second, so if you take him out of the mix and actually look down, we've got 1:10.4 in P2, a 1:10.9 in P8. So, well, it's 6 temps covering second to ninth. So, brilliant. Hayden, I think Hayden. Is that Moomin down? Yeah, no, Moomin's down there. And that's James. So yeah, no, Moomin is going to be first across the line for his final run. His final run. He had been out. Yeah, out pretty early for a final run. So, oh, might they be able to get 3 runs in? It is a short lap, isn't it? Here comes Moomin in away. So that 1:10, he was first over the line, if you remember. Complete a lap, 1:10.559. I'd be very surprised to see that drop to P5 after everybody completed their first runs. Wow, he's quarter of a second up in just the first sector. Oh, but he's round! Oh, the left-right chicane's done him in. And round he goes. Oh, what a shame. He was literally on a 1:10.3 just with the improvement through sector 1. It's come down to Hayden then, who was second out. It's quite surprised. It's really early for people to be out for the second runs, but as I said, look at the clock, thinking actually they could probably do a third run. And got out so quickly. Don't see that very often in Q3 at all, so I suggest it's probably only here in Austria, maybe Monaco, you can do it. Possibly Brazil, I guess. But, many tracks. Well, Hayden aborts the lap and comes into the pits. Mamo's gone on to start another lap. Sorry, Moomin's gone on to start another lap. Here is Mamo, but he's invalidated. It's going to the Red Bull of Corey, but he's invalidated. Whale is improving. He's a tenth and a half up. At the moment, he would nip up into P2 with the improvement he already has through sets of 2. He's going to keep the car nice and right. And he does. Well, he goes fastest. It's a 1:10.022. What a lap from Whale. What else is out there? Is he? I think he's had a moment out the last corner, is he? I think so. Yeah, he's missing his wing. He's missing his front wing, so I think he must have done. Who else have we got then? What's going on? Where is everyone? I think there's quite a lot of people having to start a new lap to have another go. Hang on, where's Moomin then? The Moomin is invalidated again. All sorts of jumping about going on there. I don't know what that was all about. Ah, I think I know why. Everybody was coming out too early. I think it started to rain. Scratch that. I don't think it started to rain. It has started to rain. Well, Mr. Whale, league owner, Mr. Whale, I believe it's pole position for Whale. Here comes Corey, 110.9. Doesn't quite improve. That was a really good attempt, though. Avicati was up, but we just seen him have a spin. It's Moomin Rider joins, apparently. I didn't know he'd left. Welcome back, Moomin. Dino heading down the straight. Is he completing a lap? No. James. He's turning in. No, 3 tenths down in the end. Well, Cat, do my eyes deceive me? Whale has taken pole position in Canada. Oh, it's back to Whale indeed. Here comes the rain. Da, 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 da. Here comes the rain. Da, da, da. Just in case anybody doesn't know, Larsonos has just left the server. Does that mean we've got to have a restart? Right, sorry guys, not gone anywhere. I'm having to type something quickly in the Discord. James. Okay. Yeah, I just got confirmation, guys. So anybody listening, particularly drivers, we will be doing a restart for the lobby. A driver has just left the Discord. I don't know why, but he's just left the Discord. And so I haven't seen him leave the session. He may well have done, but regardless of whether he has or not, you can't have somebody who's not in the league on Discord being in the sessions. So we will be doing a restart to remove him, so that his car's not on track. Okay, sorry, what am I doing here? Right, so in a way, massive congratulations to Whale on pole position in Canada. It's been a long time coming, but he's done it. Mamo, fantastic in P2 and James P3. Gunnar in 4, Moon in 5. Fabi Cassi on debut P6, Corey 7. Ozers continues the brilliant qualifying form and is P8. Hayden, really great job, man, in P9. Toby, as we know, is P10 following the retirement in Q2. Incidents, nothing there. There we go. So, that's that. Right, guys. Okay, as I say, there is going to be a restart. So this is going to take a little while, I'm afraid. So, just bear with us, and we will obviously try and get it sorted as quickly as possible. Any drivers listening, don't forget, get yourselves into the session as quick as you can so they can do the grid, and then wait to be told for ready ups. Don't do it yourselves. Wait for admins. Okay. Right then. Just waiting for him to open. New lobby. I don't know what's wrong with Lysonos to do that. Apparently deliberately crashed into a wall and then left the server, so I don't know what was wrong with him. Couldn't take going out in Q2, I assume. But if that's his temperament, then good riddance.
Hey, what? What? I was saying night night. Night night.
Right, so here we go. I think the lobby's open. So, into the lobby. Yeah, good night, Dad. I might see if I can get well in quickly. See if he'll join me. No, I'll make me coffee. I'm going to go and make me coffee, guys. I'll be back shortly. And if we're still sat here, then I'll see if I can get well in for a quick chat about the pole position. But see you in a minute. Okay, guys, back with you. Right, I'm just going to invite Wales, see if he'll join me, just quickly. Just for a minute. Sorry, excuse me. Come on, Wales. Come and join me. Here he is. Yes, he's joined me. I don't think he would. Hello. Um, yes, I did. Yeah, I wanted to have a quick chat with you. So make sure you
Ah,
place
the
your order,
pole
please.
position,
Tick the
man.
box. Yeah. Have you ticked your box?
I have.
Excellent. Well, congratulations.
Thank you very
Pole
much.
position.
I did not
Wow.
expect that. I did
What
not
a
expect
lap.
that. I know.
Nobody
mean,
expected that. But yeah,
Crazy. Get
I
in.
was with you just as you came. I got onto you just as you went into the hairpin, and
Yep.
I looked at the time that you were improving, and at
Mm.
that moment, I think it would have moved you up to P3. I think it would have put you on a almost an exact 110.3, which would have moved you into P3 at the time. And then all of a sudden, over the line, you gained another, over a quarter of a second over the line. I was
It's
like,
all in the
what?
chicane.
Yeah, it's
Get
incredible,
in.
isn't it? If you nail that chicane, just so much
Yeah.
chicane, it's
Crazy. Very
wow,
happy.
what a lap! I don't blame you. You finally get into the Hall of Fame. It's
I know.
It's...
I feel so proud.
Oh,
Yeah.
is there anybody you'd like to thank?
Just you for watching it, making
Oh,
everyone witness it. Yeah. And everyone
oh,
else for being slower, I guess.
yeah, and
And
Toby for
Toby,
crashing.
because Toby, yeah.
He's already done a 110.1. He was definitely through. Well, I don't even know why he was on
I
track.
don't know.
Oh,
I
poor
don't know what
Toby.
he's doing. He'll learn.
Yeah, that's it.
Never mind.
But no, well done, mate. What can
Yeah,
we
very
expect from you
happy.
in the race then?
Well, I can only go backwards, really. So,
Or you could stay where you are. You don't have to go backwards.
I don't know about that. I can't win. You
Of
won't be
course you
seeing
can.
that. Nah. Toby's here.
Well,
Carsey's here now.
hopefully, Carsey's here.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was going to join me in comms. I don't think that should be
He
allowed.
was.
Boot him out. Boot
But
him out.
he's replacing the guy that left.
Exactly, the guy qualified. I don't think you could do that. I think he's got to be booted. To be honest, make him join me in comms. So.
Yeah, I would get someone to take him out, and he might.
Well, he's got to make his way through the field, but he's done it before here at Canada.
Yeah, it won't be hard.
In WAOF. So, well, you say that. I don't know. It's a pretty sweaty field. So, it's
We'll see.
we know what he's like. I'm sure he will cut his way through the field, but it's not easy at Canada, to be fair. So,
Very true.
in a way, I best let you go because it's already loading into the race. So, I don't want to
Oh, yeah.
put you off so much that you end up forgetting to put your setup on or something. So, yeah. Well, don't forget your setup, all right?
Yes,
And
I won't.
don't forget
This is
to
like the biggest moment.
Don't forget to let go of the clutch off the line. Is this the new pad, by the way? Is this
It is.
Pad
It
got the
is.
pole position. It's
Yeah.
oh,
Can I just say
word.
one thing?
Yeah.
Brighton are losing 4-0 to Luton.
That's hilarious.
They're 2-0 down in 3 minutes.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw somebody put that in Discord. It flashed up on my phone. But
Rough.
right, everyone, there will be a 5-minute break for setup and strategy, and admin will ready up at 21:12, which is 4 minutes, by the way. So, all right, well,
Excellent.
I'll let you go because you want to get back into your party as well. And yeah, obviously,
P1, look at that.
you and all the other drivers listening, don't forget your setups. So, right, mate, off you go.
Have fun.
I will.
Hopefully, I'll speak to you after.
Yes, hopefully, fingers
All
crossed.
being well.
All being well.
Whee. Right. Cheerio. Thank you.
See you later, mate.
Bye.
So, that was well. Thank you very much to Well for joining. Oh, migrating host. That's never a good sign. James has left the session. That's got to be another restart. That's got to be another restart. We can't start with the the host having been kicked. Oh, what an absolute nightmare. I'd be amazed if they carry on. But we'll see. They might carry on. They might try and give it a go. But so often the host being kicked from a lobby can mess it up. Let's see. Don't need to rush to invite James. He's in a party with a load of people. They'll know to invite in. James is joining. I hope he got his setup on and everything before it kicked him. Because he won't be allowed back in the car. Not until the end of the formation lap now. So, who are you shouting me? I'm not sure what you shouting me for. You to take Carsey out. Is that the one? You meant to take out Carsey. Yay. So, let's see guys. 2012 starts. Just got just over a minute, I think. Fabi Cassie in a Discord. Oh god, I don't know how much fuel to put in. Oh dear. Something you always want to find out. That's this. I'd imagine you could find it online or something, Fabi. I'd imagine if you quickly... Well, you'd have to be very quick now, but... You might be able to find it online. But then, I don't know, because it's pretty personal to everyone. Not everybody uses the same amount of fuel. Give you an idea, I know, for example, a driver that races often in the same leagues as myself, Master Spread, I'm sure you all know. We practiced together for a couple of races and we found that he uses a hell of a lot more fuel than I do when I'm racing. So, yeah, it's definitely personal to different drivers. So it is 2012, but an admin will press the button when it's ready. When we're ready, ad is about to start. I would be better off letting that one go, guys. So we'll go to an ad shortly, but that should be ideal because it should be ready then. It should be sort of halfway through the formation lap by the time you come back. So I'll let that one occur. Some fantastic qualifying performances, I have to say, not just from the obvious one, WAOF picking up pole position, but James P3 and Mamo you sort of expect to be up there. James P3 is fantastic performance. Corey did very well as well. But anyway, let's take you through the grid order then. So, Whale, I can't believe I'm getting to say this. Whale starts from pole from Mamo in P2. Very short run to the first corner. And Mamo Watkins starting the hard tyres should give Whale the advantage into turn 1. James starts P3. Gunnar alongside him 4. Moomin and Fabi on debut. A very, very good performance from Fabi on debut. Start on the third row of the grid together. Corey P7 alongside Ozers in P8. Hayden Elite in 9. Another superb qualifying performance. Toby alongside him in P10 after crashing in Q2, started on the soft tyre as well. Mirage and F. Lewis starts on the 6th row of the grid with Dartmark and Guy Rapke in 13th and 14th. Fatal Defiance in 15th, Russian Destroyer in 16th, Mr. Insomniac in 17th, and Carsey, a lucky boy, due to the restart, has managed to make the grid, starting from 18th. He's taken the position of the guy who decided to deliberately crash in Q2 and then leave the Discord. I've got absolutely no idea why he did that. No obvious reason at all. I think smacks of somebody who doesn't like not being the quickest guy out there. Anyway, Wales starts on the medium tyre, Mamo and James on the hard, so both Ferraris on the hards. They'll have to find some way avoiding each other in the pits. Gunnar on the mediums, Moomin and Fabi on the hards, Corey, Ozers and Hayden on the mediums, Toby starting on the softs from P10, Mirage and F. Lewis starting on the hards, while mediums for Dartmark, Guy Ratke and Fatal. Russian Destroy Ops for the softs as well, with Mr. Insomniac and Carsey on the back row of the grid, starting on the hard tyre. So Whale is on the right of your screen, Mamo left, James behind Whale on the right, and Gunnar on the left. Not sure who is that. It's so far behind. It looks to me like that was Guy Ratke. You must keep up, dude, on the formation lap. Not sure why he was doing like that. But anyway, let's get rid of these little bits. All the lights are on. Out they go and away we go. Both drivers at the front seem to react pretty well. James a little bit slow off the start, and I think that's allowed the Red Bull up into Gunnar up into P3. They have a little bit of contact and James runs off track. James, where is he? He's rejoined and he's in P8. Following the rejoin, so not the ideal start for the second of the Ferraris. Movement going on as Russian Destroyer gets past Mirage. And now Carsey making his way past Mirage as well. So Carsey up 5 spots already. Russian Destroyer up 4. Toby up 4 as well on those soft tyres. Let's head to the front. So I think Whale will be looking to see if there's any chance he can break this 1 second early before the DRS kicks in. That's all he could do. A little contact there between the Aston and the Mercedes of Dartmark and Russian Destroyer. It's a very, very tiny contact. Nothing to really write home about. James looks like he's had a bad run onto the straight though, which has allowed Dartmark through. Something's wrong for James. I don't know how he found that gap. So he comes into the pits. Yeah, he's retired out. I don't know what's happened, but something's wrong for James, and he's retired out of the session. I know he had a little collision with Gunnar, but I don't think it's that. I think there's a connection issue going on. It's either that he got kicked, and I just wondered if he couldn't... Well, I can only think that he couldn't select a setup, and the one he's ended up with is horrendous. And perhaps feels he'd be dangerous to other drivers. James wouldn't retire like that. There's no way James would retire like that unless he felt he was maybe going to be a danger to other drivers or something like that. He's not the sort of person to retire just because he's had a bad start. So Toby already up into P4 and he's on the back of Mammal already. Actually has to lift off the throttle slightly there. He's getting a bit too close. And he comes off the final corner and he's going to have a run on Mamo up into turn 1 as Carsey now leaves the session. Don't know if you can hear me, James. If you let me know if you wanted to join for comms or not. But, moment, Mamo's just dropped out of the 1 second of Toby. could be vital. Not so much for Toby, but for Well and Gunnar, they'll be very much be expecting Mamo to attack them. They're using this beautiful advantage they have on the medium tyre early in this race, as is Toby with the softs to get through the field, and he's going to get another one. Look, he's way past Gunnar already, and right on the back of Whale already. Is he going to make the move here? He is. DRS 112.6, that's fastest lap of the race at this point. Into the lead goes Toby. But how long into the race are those soft tyres going to take him? Right now, he looks like he's got the speed to get away from those guys. So Mamo has found his way just about back into the DRS of Gunnar. Obviously, Mamo, if he could just hold on to these guys within DRS, he'd be more than happy, because he'll obviously have the tyre advantage later in the race. But, another driver off to a good start today is Ozers, and Fabi up one place as well. Obviously that one place would be the loss of James, unfortunately. F. Lewis and Russian Destroy have a little battle. F. Lewis has come out on top, but now Guy Rapke looking to the inside of Russian Destroy. They're still side by side approaching the final corner as Russian Destroy gets kicked from the session. I don't think I can invite him back. He's not Xbox, and I don't have him added. He needs somebody else kind enough to invite him back. I don't know if James can get back into the sessions to do it. Oh, somebody's round. That's Seth Lewis and Mirage. Oh, they've ended up round together. And Guy Rapke's been called up as well. It's all gone a bit wrong, a bit Pete-tong for those guys. Let's go back up, because Ozers, well, I was about to say Ozers is right on the back of Fabi, but he's made a mistake out the right left chicane, which has allowed Corey to get ahead, and now Corey will have the opportunity to see if he can attack the Alpha Tauri. Fabi on the hards. So the advantage at the moment very much lying with the medium runners still. As you can actually tell, because Mamo has dropped away again from the front three. He won't be panicking, he's close enough. He doesn't have to be right on the back of them. He's close enough. So Mamo still remains among the favourites for this race at the moment, in my opinion. I've got absolutely no idea what the weather is expected to do in this race, so I have to see. I have to say, Davidson and the Alpha Tauri Fabi is driving a fabulous, well, he's already driven a fabulous qualifying, and he's now driving a fabulous race. DRS open for Corey as Ozers has dropped 2.3 seconds back. Lost Ozers, have we? No, it's definitely there, but he's just lost out to Hayden. Let's see if Ozers goes into the pits. No, he doesn't. So I don't know whether he's just had a moment again around that lap. So far this season, Ozers has been outstanding in qualifying, but has struggled in races. That's not a trend that continues, and we got somebody round out the final corner. Next guy, Rapke. To get this car back round the right way and going again. And I can see he is missing the front wing. And it has caused a virtual. Understandably, that's caused a virtual safety car. Really awkward part of the track, or it's really awkward the way that his car ended up. Not only has he lost his wing, which makes it extremely difficult to turn, but it was really awkward how he landed and had to sort of make multiple attempts to be able to turn the car around. Could this affect pit stops? If this VSC is out still when they reach the pits, Toby may choose to pit off of the soft tyres. If he's planning a two-stop, this would be perfect, really. But no, he's going to continue, but somebody's in. Gunar's in. Gunnar is in. He's come off with the mediums. That's a surprise. Front wing is not being replaced, so he's off of the mediums onto the hards, taking the opportunity to get the, well, less time loss under the virtual safety car. Could pay off, but we're about to, I think we're about to get going again. Yeah, DRS enabled. We are back underway. Just to confirm then, Gunnar exits the pits right between Mark and car seat. Zozo picks up 3 seconds, the first driver to do so today, and I very much think not the last driver. The first, but he might be the last. So, yeah, just a bit of patience here as Newman's left the session again. Did an update yesterday, didn't they? The day before. It's such a shame. It unfortunately, it really does affect people's races if they drop out like that. It is a shame. We're back to Whale now, as Gunnar did get past Mark. Carsey also got through as well. And Fabi and Corey battling down in towards the final corner. And Fabi back through. As we're probably reaching the point. I would say the advantage still lies slightly with the medium tyres, but we must be reaching the point where they're getting pretty level, the mediums and hards now. Hit this connection issue. Yeah, I know, Movement. I don't have problems personally, but I have very strong internet, so it wasn't always the case for me. So I know exactly what it's like, because I used to have horrendous internet. We've got a yellow flag, and I think it's a Williams. Oh, it's Moomin. Oh, I wonder if that's because he's rejoined, and he's rejoined maybe right at the wrong moment. Entering onto that turn 2, which can be a right horrible exit there. So, but I guess the main thing is he is back in the lobby and he is going again, and there was no obvious signs of damage on the car. So in terms, well, Toby's in. Toby's in from the lead. Which just makes me think, why didn't he pit under the VSC? I must admit, if Toby has one weakness in his ability on track, I think it probably is in the tactical side. Maybe a slight weakness in the sort of, he makes mistakes on track sometimes and has spins and stuff, but he doesn't do that often. He's cut it down a lot from when he first joined. But yeah, personally, if I was to say that he has one weakness that stands out to me, I think I would say that it's probably his tactics. But it does do. It's make for exciting racing. It's clearly two-stopping today. Whereas Gunnar switching to the hards makes it very difficult to know what he's doing. As I think Mr. Insomniac is the one round. Oops. And he's just giving the wall a whack, trying to get back round again. And if we look at the front of that car, there must be damage there. So yeah, it's only the end plate. It's the right end plate, but that's enough to force a pit stop. As Toby has already made his way past Mark, as Fabi becomes the latest pick up 3 seconds. Again, he won't be the last. As we are just approaching the 1/3 point of this race. And Corey and Fabi battling away again. Through the right left chicane, the blind one. That was beautiful racing from the pair of them. And Fabi's coming back again. And out breaks Corey into the left right and gets the move done beautifully. As Mr. Insomniac picks up 5 seconds speeding into the pit lane. Are we seeing the end of his race? Hope not. It's every chance we can see a safety car around it. It's so easy to lose it off one of the curbs. If a driver loses it and ends up in a wall, the safety car will be out. So until you're actually a lap down. Oh, what was that? The 2 Red Bulls seem to get tangled up. Oh no, so Gunner's gotten ahead of all of them. He's back into P3 now. Although Fabi is coming back through on the inside. And into the pits comes Corey. It's going pretty nicely for Gunner at the moment. There's just a huge question mark over getting to the end of the race. I suspect he can get to the end of the race, but what's the pace going to be like later in the race? That's obviously the big question. Toby is flying through the field as well. As you can see, he's already up to P5, and he's actually within a second of Gunner now. So he gets past Fabi. Really not a lot Fabi can do about that. And I suspect there's not going to be an awful lot that Gunner can do about it when they get onto the long straight. You can see ahead of Toby, Gunner is flashing away. 3% energy there. Toby purples sector 2 as well. As we've got a yellow flag, and that's a Haas, and that is Mirage. We'll go to him in a moment, but we're going to see Toby make his way through on Gunner with the DRS. I can't, buddy, because I've not got him added. He's EA. So I don't have you added, Rush and Destroy added, unfortunately. And because he's EA, there's nothing I can do about it. I am sorry. So if you add me, if there's something if I can add you, yeah. My ID is what is it? Hilly. Sorry, Hilly 3031. Hilly 3031. Tell me when you sent it. I just had a little... yeah, I've just seen it come up. Friend request received. Right, I've accepted it. Bear with me. Just come out of pause, go back in. And I didn't see what... I didn't read what it said. Probably right down the bottom, aren't you? There you are. There you go. Invite sent. Rush and Destroy. I didn't know you could do that. I've learned something today. There you go. Actually thought once you're in the lobby, that was it. You can add people and stuff. But yeah, fair enough. I was just about to say that looked like Toby cut that corner slightly. And in fact, he has picked up 3 seconds. At the moment, well, with that penalty, things are looking bright right now for our pole position man. He's driving beautifully right now, I have to say. Definitely reached the points where the hard tyres will have it, but so Mamo's hards will definitely be slightly faster than Wells mediums right now. But well, he's definitely maintaining the gap. There are the battles. We've got Hayden here, getting pretty close to the back of Fabi. Yeah, no, Fabi doesn't have DRS, so stick with this one. Excellent. This is no. He's gonna have to back out of this. It's not anywhere near alongside reaching the final chicane. With that final chicane, you really need, because of the angle of the chicane, the honest truth is you really need to be fully 100% alongside the other car, and even then it's so hard to go through without making contact. So personally, if I can't get a move done actually on the straight, I tend to back out personally, but that's... I have seen some people go through there perfectly well, so it can be done. But, it's just a personal preference. I'd rather not take the risk and make sure I maximise my race rather than taking a risk just for one place, really. Oh, dear. Sticking with this, with Hayden's so close. Surely this time, look at the energy as well. They've both got a nice amount of energy, although Hayden does have a substantial advantage, but Fabi does not want to give that place up as Gunnar becomes the latest to pick up 3 seconds. And yeah, see what I mean? He was really far alongside there, but still, they couldn't go side by side together through there. It's just, yeah, it's just sad. Each for their own, I just don't think it's worth the risk. Either get past on the straight or back out. I said that, it's just a personal opinion, but certainly Hayden had every right to be alongside there, there's no doubt about that. Just go down and check, where is he? Man Like Ray, I think his name's changed. It's gone from... it's gone from Ray and Destroy or whatever it was, Search and Destroy or whatever it was called, to Man Like Ray now. I've never seen a tag change in a race before. And Toby then gets past Mamo. I guess the question, he's going to be on the back of Well so fast, and yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm really not surprised to see Well into the pits there. He's got a 2-second advantage. He doesn't want that to just get eaten up by Toby, so he's making his stop now. And it is the right time to make a stop. It's end of lap 16. So 16 laps on the mediums, 19 on the hards. That's the way he's going. And he should be able to undercut Toby a bit to raise that advantage. Just the only thing Well doesn't want to happen anytime soon is a safety car. That would destroy it. But he's going to get out in P7 ahead of Corey. So yeah, whatever happens now, as long as Well just keeps going, really. He's looking at a very strong race today. And very much a potential race win, as we do get a yellow flag. Oh, I think Moomin's left the session, and it's I think if Moomin just left the session, it's been kicked from the session, it's retired him. Moomin, if you can hear me, it's retired you on that one. This Man Like Ray picks up 3 seconds. So into the pits is Mamo. I'm glad to say it hasn't caused a safety car, but that is extremely unfortunate for Moomin. These problems are bad. The thing is, my problem with this, Moomin's done nothing wrong there. It's a connection issue. And I don't think it's to do with personal internet. I think it's the servers, and ultimately that could have an absolutely gigantic effect on his season. And I just think, well, I don't know, this is something that needs to be talked about, really. It is very, very harsh for any driver that it happens to. Mamo is the latest to pick up 3 seconds. When you look up ahead to P3, Carson McLaren is going along quite nicely. He's up to P3. Okay, yes, he's yet to pit, but he's in P3 now. And more importantly, he's penalty free and into, well, just to say he's yet to pit, in he comes. So we know he's going to drop down as we got a yellow flag. It is Mr. Insomniac who's been round, but he seems to be okay. Yeah, no signs of damage on the front of that wing and the front of the car. So, stupid game, put me to DNF when I disconnect. Yeah, I saw, mate, and Lexi, yeah, I'm sorry, mate. I really hate that stuff, Moomin, because that could have, just said to everybody else, that could have a huge effect on a championship. And it's just, yeah, so harsh, and can't put it down to James being kicked as host, because obviously you had some problems in qualifying before that happened, so I think it's the servers. I don't know what your internet's like at home, Moomin, if it's strong or not, but as well, on the back of Fabi then, Fabi still to pit, well on his beautiful fresh hard tyres. Should be relatively easy. Oh, in fact, Fabi heads for the pits. That helps. But I've only just realised that Mamo... Look at Mamo! He's on the back of Whale! He goes into the inside for turn 1. Gets the move done. Now, Mamo does have a penalty, so he has to disappear from Whale. But that could be vital, because ultimately... Well, I can't say Mamo's leading the race, because technically Gunnar will be when Toby pits again. Oh, Carsey picks up 3 seconds. So unlike Carsey to get a penalty. He's on the back of Corey here. Going to go to the outside with the DRS. They'll have this done way before they reach a breaking point. The car just behind them is the Williams. Is it Williams? No, sorry, Alpine of Mr. Insomniac, who has for a lap down. 500 megabit, no network issues. Yeah, well, I mean that says, oh, I mean 500 megabits easily good enough for gaming, so easily. In fact, that would be better than most people's, to be fair. You're just about to see Mamo and Whale pass on the track. So he's not going to be far behind, is he? He's still in this race, and he's making a 2-stop work. I questioned his tactics earlier in the race, but to be fair to him, he's making this work. So it's just a question over the penalty, really. It's only Well is penalty free, and you've got to feel that once Toby gets ahead, which isn't going to take long, I think the long straight, I think with the fresh tyres on the long straight, plenty of energy as well. Yeah, has an energy advance. Oh, he's going to do it into the hairpin, in fact. He's not going to wait for the straight, he's going to do it into the hairpin. Runs a little bit further out wide than the light. But, they'll both have DRS in a way, but the move's done for Toby. They'll be in a party together, those two, so I'd imagine he probably would have said in the party to Well that he's going for the move on the inside. So one bonus of being in a party, you can sort of say things like that to each other, saying, I'm going to the inside, I'm making a move on the inside, or something like that, so that they're aware. That's what you're doing. So, at the same time, you can have potentially 20 drivers in a chat. Well, I mean, you could have 20 drivers in a chat together, but you imagine when there's going to crash or something and they'll start kicking off and stuff like that. I don't. Right, F. Lewis is round, and I think. Oh no, I was going to say I think he's got front wing damage, but I can't see any. So he's back going. By the looks, by plain sight, in a way, he doesn't appear to have any damage. And Toby now has himself on the back of Mamo, who's also on the mediums, of course. But okay, 3-lap difference between them. Oh, Toby missed the braking a little bit there. No issues, didn't even come close to running into the back of Mamo. But here it goes. Running wide may have ended up working as a little bit of a slingshot, but he's got extremely high top speed as Toby. Well, Gunnar's in. Gunnar's in, so any faults that go into the end for Gunnar are gone. Not sure though why he pitted to hards. on the first pit stop. Unless that was the strategy he had on at the start and he forgot to change it, I don't know. But in a way, Gunnar in, and he will exit in P6, in fact. Nips out just ahead of Ozers. Nips out right on the back of his teammates, so his teammate's not going to hold him up. I was teammates with Corey. Oh, well, I was going to say I was teammates with him last season on Thursdays, but I'm teammates with him this season on Thursdays as well. So I can say Corey's very good. If his teammate's behind him and he's much faster, he just minds out the way. He's not going to hold his teammate up. So he's a very good team player, is Corey. So Toby's back into the lead of this race. Don't think Carsey's done yet, you know, but I think Toby might be a little bit too much with a slight tyre advantage. I can't see Carsey being able to catch Toby today. The question really is all about this man. As those medians of the drivers ahead of him begin to wear off a bit, can he get his car back within the penalty range? Still, of course, in the penalty range at the moment, but he will drop out at some point. So it's just going to be a question over whether he can stay in that range to the end of the race. In all fairness, it's going to be a long time till he has any sort of tyre advantage over Toby. Toby's mediums being 4 laps younger. Sorry, excuse me. Oh my god. What happened to me, Mike? I've been chatting away, Moomin. I've been commentating away and I didn't have my mic down. I lifted it up quickly because I had to do something and forgot to put it back down. Oh, that's embarrassing. Missed all my best stuff as well. Missed all my best stuff. Corey goes to the inside of Dark Mark with the DRS. He'll have this, well, not even halfway down the straight. And he's got it done. And Dark Mark's into the pits. Probably sensible. I think Corey passed Ozers. Was not going to take long to catch him as well. So get himself onto a fresh set of softs. Should get out ahead of Man Like Ray. Yeah, he will do comfortably. So Man Like Ray just through the chicane. Dark Mark is past the line, so he's speeding up now. And there you have it, out ahead of Man Like Ray and with fresh soft tyres. Oh, we got a safety car! What for? What for? Mr. Insomniac, I think he's lost it in the right left chicane. And Carsey gets a drive through. Oh, hang on, guys. That's a glitch. That is a known glitch in Canada. If you pit under... Oh, dear Lord. Well, no, I say that. It's a known glitch in Canada for pitting under a virtual safety car. Doesn't usually happen under a normal safety car, but it's heading into the pits, so... And the problem with that is... if he has to serve it before the end of the race, there really isn't anything the stewards can do for him. If the safety car stays out long enough that he can cross the line without serving it, then maybe the penalty could be removed. But if this safety car comes in too quick and he has to serve the drive-through, there's nothing that the stewards can do for him. I'm looking at the cars and where they are, and I think he's going to be alright. I'd be amazed if this safety car comes in before the end of lap 32. If you look at the Alfa Romeo of F. Lewis, he's only just gone through the hairpin, and the safety car is driving up towards the hairpin. So you'd imagine that F. Lewis is going to want to stick a set of softs on as well. Whether he does that now, he is going to do it now. Probably would have carried on another lap before doing it myself, but yeah, he is going to do it now. So when he comes. Right, now we will look at the penalties then. So... well, I'm just not sure, Moomin. As I say, the known glitch is under the virtual safety car that it does it. But that's a full safety car. So... but it must... I don't see how he could have got a drive-through penalty. He was going into the pits. He can't... if the safety car wasn't out long enough for the timer to have counted down... I don't know. It's one of those things, stewards will look at it. It is looking like the safety car will stay out long enough that he won't need to serve it before the end of the race, so he's going to be able, for that reason, he will be able to request a penalty removal. Now we know that he's picked up 2 lots of 3 seconds, so he is on 6 seconds. But what this has really done is if anything, this has put Mamo as potentially favourite to win this race now. I assume everybody's gone to fresh softs. They have indeed. Mark, of course, has only just pitted, so I'd say that Dark Mark would be cursing his luck a bit, but somehow, well, not somehow, but he has jumped to Ozers, and he wasn't going to catch Ozers on track, so actually, safety car coming out has actually gained Dark Mark a position back that he probably wouldn't have, almost certainly wouldn't have gained back otherwise, so I don't think he will be cursing the safety car. I think he'd be quite happy about it, actually, especially as he's one of the drivers that is penalty free, and Hayden Elite, of course, penalty free in P7. Everybody ahead with penalties. If he can hold on to them, he could end up with a podium. Well, this is the question, Moomin. Did he maybe speed into the pit lane? And because of doing that has gained an advantage under safety car and has been given a drive through. I'd the honest that truth is I don't know the answer. I really don't know the answer, as Mr. Insomniac has decided to retire from the race. He's had enough. He was a lap down. He also, of course, calls the safety car. So remember, the safety car will come in this lap. It cannot stay out another lap. So get that. Yes, it can. Yes, it can. Yes, it can. I don't know if it will, but it can. Yeah, sorry, the end of lap 33 it has to come in because you have to have 2 clear laps of racing now. I guess, Moomin, all he can do, as we know he can get to the end now without serving it, is oh, Hayden's been given a 5 seconds for a severe collision. Oh, Hayden, what have you done? Safety car in this lap. Well, he needs to clip that. If he thinks it's not his fault, he needs to clip it to make sure he can request removal. Safety car is in this lap. I'm looking at where F. Lewis is. I think he's going to catch it. It's just coming into the hairpin. It will depend a little bit on when the leader goes, as the safety car is just entering the pit lane. So let's go to Toby. So hopefully Toby don't go too early and F. Lewis can get right onto the back. He is right onto the back. He has caught it. Toby goes out of the chicane then. So by my reckoning, if Carsey can get that 20 seconds removed, then Toby and Carsey are both on 6-second penalties. Let's get the penalties back up for you. We know everybody's on soft tyres. We don't need to see that. So let's get the penalties back up. Oh, now Hayden picks up 3 seconds. So even if he gets that 5 seconds removed, he now has 3 seconds left. Oh, he's dropped a couple of places. What's going on? There's mayhem. It's all gone wrong for Hayden. What a shame. He was on for an outstanding result. Now he's got well, apart from Carsey, he's now got the most amount of penalties on track. And Ozers, it's gone wrong for Ozers. He's gone round at the right-left chicane. Carsey, surely he knows he doesn't need to serve this drive-through. And if he thinks he can get it removed... Oh, if he doesn't think he can get it removed, then he may as well serve it. Because I believe you get 20 seconds if you don't serve it, whereas a drive-through through here won't be anywhere near 20 seconds. So if he actually thinks, oh no, I did deserve to drive-through, then and I can't get it removed, he may as well serve it. But probably won't make much difference either way, actually. Mamo, at the moment, is within penalty range of the victory. Toby is eking out time all the time. So remember, we will have 1 lap with DRS. We started with 3 laps to go, so the final lap will have DRS down the back straight. And of course to the line for a little drag race to the end. Man like Ray picks up 3 seconds. But Carsey's having a look and he can see Toby flashing. Carsey takes the lead of the Canada Grand Prix, but he's in to serve the drive-through. Now that says to me that he doesn't think he could have got it removed. So he's almost just said to Toby, look, I could have done it, but I've got to serve this drive-through. Oh, Gunnar picks up another 3 seconds, that's going to hurt him. Carsey is going to come out ahead of Ozers in P13, but with 6 seconds himself. Well, he'll probably be able to jump Hayden, and he might be able to get ahead of F. Lewis, but that's all he's going to be able to do, I think. Possibly Man Like Ray, who's got 9 seconds. At the moment, look, Mamo with DRS down that small straight and Toby flashing away. Sorry, I've only just realised Toby's picked up another 3 seconds. So he's up to 9. I'm just wondering, where's Corey going to jump up to? There's the potential here that I think Corey might jump up the P3. Mamo wants to do it on track and not just sit behind. And that's exactly what he's going to do. So he heads for the line to take victory in Canada. Mamo wins. Whale P2. I think Corey's going to jump up, you know. He does. Corey jumps up to for a podium. No, he doesn't. Dark Mark nicks it off of him. Oh, Corey, I thought you'd have got it. But Dark Mark's nicked it, and we've got an Aston Martin 2-3. So Corey P4, Toby 5th in the end, Mirage 6th, Fatal 7th, Fabi in 8th, Gunnar 9, Carson 10 after serving a drive-through, F. Lewis P11, Hayden P12, Man Like Ray 13, Ozers does finish the race in a P14. Oh my goodness, what an end to the race. I honestly thought that Corey had gotten that final podium slot. Really did. But Dark Mark's nicked it. He's also going to get driver of the day, Dark Mark. He must have kept it penalty free to the end. So, I think I'm awarding him driver of the day for like the 3rd time in the last 5 races or something like that. 6 races, something like that. But I don't have a lot of choice because, as we know by my rules, you do have to remain penalty free to get a driver of the day award from me. So that is my rules. That's not the league rules. It's just my rules. But there we go. So Mamo wins from well in P2. Dark Mark P3. Let's just get these boys in. Oh, I can't get Mamo in, but somebody should be able to. Invite. Oh no, I can get Mamo in, can't I? I think he added me. Cooktastic, isn't it? So let's get Well in. Let's get Dark Mark in. Can you believe this? Cooktastic. Hopefully he hasn't got it open at the moment. Right, okay. Anyway, so Mamo wins from Well in P2. Dark Mark P3. Corey in 4. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Toby in the end ended up P5. Does have fastest lap with 1 minute 10.8. Mirage P6, Fatal 7, Fabi in P8, Gunnar 9, Carsey 10, F. Lewis 11, Hayden 12, Man Like Ray 13, Ozers 14, and we lost Mr. Insomniac, Moomin, Rapka, and whoever the other one was at the start. I tried to get through the instance, only got about halfway. There we go. If you include your audio, guys, I'm just having a look to see if Mamo. No, he's not switched his Xbox. Oh, yes, he has. There he is. Excellent. Let's get him in as well then. There we go. What a finish. Really thought Corey had got it. Really thought Corey had got a podium, and then you nicked it, Dark Mark. Mirage forgot to load his setup. What a nightmare. Yeah, it is. It is. Right, guys, you're in. I think we're just waiting for Mamo. But let's start then. So, have you included your audio, guys?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, excellent. Dark Mark, how have you ended up in P3?
What the fuck, mate?
What happened?
No. Oh, mate.
I know we always say that if you keep penalty free around Canada, there's always a chance. And my God, it worked.
That's why I like Canada, because I'm quite good at staying penalty free. Holy shit! I did not expect a podium.
I just realised.
Really did not expect a podium. I'm literally sat here in shock. I thought I might have got P5 because obviously I was up behind Corey and the Alpha Tower. I can't remember his name now.
Yeah.
I was up behind them, and I obviously knew they both had penalties, and I thought I'd lost too much ground to the guys in front. I didn't know what penalties they had, obviously, and I thought P5, I'll take that from 13th, and just sort of used the last little tiny bit of battery up to the line, stayed as far right as I could, like a qualifying lap, just to see, what. And I thought it glitched when it gave me P3. I genuinely did. I can't believe it. I really can't. Now,
It definitely wasn't a glitch. And I tell you what, I did say at the end of the screen I was going to give you driver of the day, but I'm actually changing my mind. I'm sorry. Because I think actually Fatal Defiance finishing P7 penalty free was also a superb performance. So I've changed my mind on that one. I'm going to give Fatal Defiance driver of the day today. Also because that would make it about 3 times in 6 races I've given it to you, don't Mark, and I can't. As much as I love my fellow commentators, I can't.
Yeah.
I just can't. I'll get it. You've given it to me once as well, so they'll start saying they're fixing it. So, no, Fatal deserves it. Well done, Fatal.
Yeah.
But yeah, massively well done, mate. But as you said, you kept it penalty free. You just kept going.
Yeah, I had no pace at all tonight. My setup didn't feel right. It's a little bit old. It's a slightly older setup, and maybe I just need to get on and do a bit of practice. I mean, I've got Canada again on Sunday, so maybe I'll just get on and do a bit more practice before that, get a different setup, because it just didn't feel right. I had no pace. Wasn't happy the whole race. Wasn't meant to do a 2-stop either, but the tyres just died too quickly. I just did not expect this at all. I really didn't. After driving around in P10 the majority of the race.
When you made your second stop, you were in a situation where Roses was on fresh softs and he was catching the rate of knots. Corey had already gone past.
Yeah.
And the next guy behind was far enough behind that you could get out ahead of him. So, it made
P10,
sense. And my initial thoughts were that, the safety car is going to hurt you. But actually, it meant that Oz was pitted and you got back ahead of him again.
Just.
So, only just, but you did. So actually, you ended up back where you were. Because you wouldn't have caught Oz's otherwise, because he was a full pit stop up the road. So there wasn't enough.
It's
laps,
crazy.
So.
It's crazy, but I mean, what I will say, Mamo, shout out to Mamo. I mean, honestly, it's someone who's been waiting for a league win for fucking God knows how long. He's just coming in, like a nice flow now.
He's won 2 now, isn't he? So,
great form. Obviously, P2 and P3 for the Aston Martins. That helps us.
Superb result. Superb result. Flying out that constructors table. Well, Whale, I got to come to you. You didn't get that dreamy race win. It would have been just
it was close,
unbelievable.
It was close.
We're close. But
dear.
If you had managed to keep that 3 seconds off, then you'd have
I had 3 warnings in 3 laps. 5 laps of foot. Yeah.
Subject of my predictions tonight, and I just said, "Will you finish in the top 6?" Well, you've absolutely smashed that. So Paella wins a load of points off of you. So there we go. But yeah, still P2 man, and the only driver that's beaten you tonight is Mamo. So
I don't know how that's happened. I'm very happy with that.
Mamo's beating you, or he's the only one?
Well, only just, I kept him behind me for a bit.
He did?
Yeah, I think that's the most competitive I've ever been in any race ever.
Well, not ever, because you've won your fair share of races.
Yeah, but like with the people like Toby and Carsey and Mamo.
Yeah.
Like keeping up with them. I'm a bit shocked, to be honest. And then the safety car just changed everything. I was just killing on my own, looking at 4th, and then obviously ended up 2nd. It's all mental.
Lovely.
Very.
Were you in a party with Carsey? Did he join your party?
He was, yeah.
What happened with the safety car then?
All his his on-screen display, all his bits like the fastest lap and all that weren't coming up.
That's
so he couldn't tell
from the host leaving, I think, at the start, or not leaving, but he got kicked, didn't he? I think that's something that happens after a host gets kicked, unfortunately. So that's why you didn't realise he was.
Yes.
Yeah. And okay. So he probably wouldn't have been able to get that removed. To be fair, not without proof in a way of something like that happening. Because I was thinking if it was something he could have got removed, he could have gone to the end of the race. He didn't need to take the drive-through.
Yeah.
By taking it, he definitely can't get it removed, because you can't remove a served drive-through because you don't know how much time to take off. So
Hmm.
You know, but if he went to the end, he could potentially have asked for removal. But yeah, but there we
Never
go.
mind.
But yeah, superb race for yourself, mate, and it is brilliant to see you up there. I mean, I can't believe that
Yeah.
you seem to have gained a lot more time than I did with this pad. I don't know
Don't get used
what
to
you're
it.
doing. Yeah, have you got? Has yours got a turbo button on it or something like that? But no, congratulations, mate. Really well done tonight,
Thank
and
you.
it's going to be lovely to see you in the Hall of Fame this season.
Woohoo!
Mamo, come to you. Congratulations, mate. 2 in a row. Yeah. Yeah, but like you said though, it's you know you've made sure you're there to pick up the pieces if something happens, and it has. So you know one driver ahead of you spits up a drive through, the other one's ended up with 9 seconds of penalties. So you know you've made yourself be in the correct position to be able to pick that up. But it's the pressure from yourself and from Well tonight as well specifically that's you know that puts the pressure on the guys ahead of you to pick these penalties up. Without the pressure from you, they wouldn't pick them up, would they? They just cruise round. So you know, it's all part of it. But yeah, another win. It's got to make you feel pretty confident. And with Carcy, I think set to miss another race. I think something to do with badminton. Yeah, I agree. I spoke to Well after he got pole position. I spoke to Well and I said that ain't on. You can't let Carty race. You can't let Carty race. It's not on. Wow, unbelievable. That
I
is
bet.
Be the
that
best.
is.
You got to beat the best.
I think that is like you know it's admins together sort of thing. Um, I can't remember what you
Hmm.
call it, but it's yeah. It
Bit
definitely
like
is. We need to
streamers, eh?
get. Yeah, absolutely. It's a bit like streamers. We need to get the FBI in to sort WAOF1 out. So it's too many acronyms. Um, right. Okay. Well, anyway, congratulations to all three of you. Also, congratulations, as I said, to Fatal Defiance, who I have decided to award him Driver of the Day, P7, and penalty free around Canada is just outstanding. So well done, mate. Other than that, there were some other great performances out there. A great debut as well from I've forgotten his name, but the Alpha Tauri, who had a
Hmm.
fantastic race. So hope to see him again without doubt. And I think the other debutants did well. I think they had little spins here and there, but they did okay. So you know, let's hope we see them on track again in future. Other than that, guys, we shall say good night. But we will be back. Don't forget to join us tomorrow night on Lagutz's stream or Lewis LVM, I think it is, or so I don't know what it is. But don't forget to join us for that tomorrow night for round 2 of the Wednesday season at Imola for what's going to be a great race with me spinning a lot. So just come and join us and laugh at me. That'd be great. I'll be back on Friday night for PRF1 at 8:30, so come and join me for that one. Other than that, guys, well done to the drivers tonight, and thank you to all of you that have watched along with me and kept me entertained. Good night, God bless, see you again soon.